And check. All right. Oh, welcome. Wait a sec. Find the flight plan. Welcome to today's stream. Today is kind of something a little bit exotic compared to the usual, because I want to dedicate this live stream to the new arrival of Flight Simulator 2024 in for PS5, and we're gonna do an overview about basically how to start, expectation you can have from this sim, and also we're gonna do a commentary about the default plane you can find here. People can think that all the planes are identical, the default one, but this is not the case at all. Default plane can be very different from each other, so we're gonna make suggestion. Kind of a little bit of a guideline about what you can find. But we are gonna do all this stuff on cruise. We need to get out of here. We have a long flight to do today. Yeah, of course. So we can talk. On top of that, there is full control just above Adria right now. As you can see, let me do something 1 second. Did I find the flight plan? Yeah. So let's go immediately out of here. And maybe you already know, but this is a default plane. We're gonna fly today, completely default. And you can find this in the premium deluxe version of the simulator. It's one of the planes I really suggest you to use. It's a good plane, not incredible simulation, but it's very good. I mean, very good enough to enjoy it quite a lot. Let's go. So, standby power, 10 seconds of test. We need to do our checklist as always. We're gonna also talk about this in cruise. Okay, standby on. This goes on. External power. Okay. Emergency lights armed. Oops. And here can I have some. Okay, external power armed. Armed, it's 2 up. Okay, very interesting. Usually it's the middle position. Okay, so we need to do some weight and balance. Of course, in this citation longitude, you need to use the EFP. You don't have any way to import your passengers or cargo or fuel. So let's go here. And today we need to have a, let me see here. We need to have a takeoff weight should be 13.6 with 600 kilos of payload. So here I want something around 400. Okay. Here I want something around 200. All right. And fuel will be 2.5. Right now we do have, it's so efficient, the citation. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit. You never know. Okay. Nice. So weight and balance. So we are weighting 14,000 kilos. Great. Then let's try like this. Okay, it's too much. Let's go with 6 here. Okay, now I'm gonna buy it. It's okay. Confirmed. Flight plan. In order to do the flight plan, of course, we need to exit here, sim brief, and wait. The importer. So this initial part of the live stream again is gonna be quite classical, and then we are gonna, we're gonna start talking about how to approach a simulator like this. It's gonna happen soon. I mean, the line citation longitude is a plane pretty, pretty fast to set up. So, okay, we already have the departure here. Takeoff data now. So let's go back to initialization. Takeoff data. Running 29er. Yeah, we'll be running 29er. I don't know if we do have an 80s. No. Okay. 130450. Okay. Okay, can't hear. Very interesting. 130450. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's wait. Temperature in Sarajevo is 7 degrees. That's very interesting, honestly. Okay, this is gonna be fine. Takeoff 1, the ice off. This is okay. Alright, accept speed. Nice. Accept initialization. And let's go back here. So, what we need to do is basically to ask clearance. Yeah, I will expect some Kutak departure. We don't have any 80s, so. But the point is, I can't hear the controller, which is kind of strange.
Adrian, very good evening.
Okay.
From the 7 Golf Alpha, level 330.
Maybe nobody was talking.
7 Golf Alpha, the Radar identified.
Radar, good evening. Ocean 20 Papa, flight level 350 inbound Nera.
Ocean 20 Papa, the Radar identified. Squawk 5231.
Okay, pressure is
Squawk 5231, Ocean 20 Papa.
008. Adrian, November 233 Charlie Lima at Sarajevo. We request clearance to destination, please.
November 233 Charlie Lima, the Radar, clear to destination, Kutak 1 Alpha departure, runway 29er, climb 6000, squawk 5273.
Okay, clear to destination, Kutak 1 Alpha departure, runway 29er, initial climb 6000, squawk 5273, November 233 Charlie Lima.
November Charlie Lima, is correct.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess it's already the procedure we have there. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna show you it, which now should be automatically, let's see. I should be able to automatically get the iPad connected to OBS. No. Okay, yeah, great. So the departure is this one here. Kutak 1 Alpha, running 29. Okay, very interesting departure actually. So take off, turn to right, be above 6,000 feet at Kilo Echo Bravo, which is Sarajevo VR, and then to Kutak. Very interesting departure, honestly. Yeah, very, very interesting. And that's kind of correct. Not incredible, but okay. All right. Squawk 5273. Yeah, enter. Initial climb 6,000. Oops, well, super fast. Ah, yeah, you have to click here. Okay. 6,000 set. And yeah, let's go with checklist. So we do have the departure. Okay, no, let's follow the checklist. It's better.
Adria, 565, did you receive our CC request?
Around 565, how many miles do you need on that heading?
So far now it's okay.
Yeah, let me bring up the checklist again. So,
but we should need...
flight plan is done, performance is done. Let me lower this VATSIM because it's really annoying. Takeoff data done, speed box, it's gonna be set when we drop flaps, of course. Let's sync the heading. Running 29er. Okay. Then, altimeter is set. Trim is gonna be, let's see. 29er on the CG. 29er is there, so yeah, should be something around yeah, around 3. Oops, not up, of course. -3, of course. Yeah. Oops. Let's try. I mean, I don't trust this checklist on the. Let's do 3.5. Okay. And, well, we should start up the APU, I guess. APU. Okay, this plane does have an APU. And this is the APU intake. Look at this, how tiny. I remind you, this is a completely default plane. So APU done. Flight control. No, wait a sec. No, flight control APU starts. Okay. External power disconnect. I don't know if the APU is available, to be honest. Let's wait a sec. I mean, it should be available. Okay, external power disconnect. Okay, we're ready for push and start. Let's go here.
Ryanair 53 Juliet, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, goodbye.
So we're gonna push back facing west and then alpha and then take off. Yeah, pretty basic stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do a classical startup as a liner today. Usually you don't really do it with a citation like this, but yeah, this structure will not even connect. Under November 233 Charlie Lima ready for push and start.
November 233 Charlie Lima starting push approach runway 29er QNH Sarajevo 1008.
QNH 1008 push and start approve runway 29er November 233 Charlie Lima. Let's go. On top of that, we do have a limited IFR condition in Sarajevo. Okay. Start pushback. Release parking brake. So, beacon is automatic in this plane. Just to confirm, yeah, we do have anti-collision light, but this is strobes. Let me turn on this one. Also, nav lights are automatic. And let's start the engine. This is, I mean, it's auto start, so engine run and stop on run and engine master button push. There we go. Starting right, and okay, we have to push a little more. Let's go. Starting right. Let's go. Up with the volume. Wow, it's a rainy day. So I didn't show you, but we're going to Crete today, in Greece. There we have it. It's gonna be a long flight, as you can see. We have a lot of headwind, but thankfully with this plane here we can fly level 450 and avoid basically any kind of wind. We're gonna wind neutral basically. Above there.
I'm leaving Adria, monitoring Unicom, bye-bye.
Starting left engine. Let's go. It's snowing kind of? Oh, this is snow or what? No. Okay, parking brake set.
Wizard 3 km position.
Okay, I'm gonna check the flight control already. Okay, this is correct and correct. Flight control, check speed, brake, retard, flaps set for takeoff. Flaps 1. Alright. Then, let's do a little briefing here.
This is Alitalia 74, direct to USA and
First things first, we have 200 knots of maximum speed on the auto throttle. Which I don't see it in the charts, I don't see any constraint. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that for now. Then, checklist. Altimeter is set, altitude selector is done, speed is fine, heading set, toga, button push. There we go. Okay. Passenger side taxi light. This is working now. So, little briefing, we are gonna line up running to 9er. We're gonna use manual thrust for takeoff. V1, rotate, positive rate gear up. We can retract flaps at, I have no idea, which is great. I guess, okay, let me see. Yeah, for sure, 185 we can have flaps 0, that's for sure. Can we do it? Okay, take off, let me see here, climb. I don't have any info in my checklist. Maybe, yeah, above 180 knots, okay. Okay, 185 is gonna be our reference. And we are gonna engage vertical speed. This plane wants to climb really fast, so we can just climb 6,000 feet. Vertical speed immediately, nav, vertical speed like 2,000 feet per minute. Auto thrust on, auto throttle on at that point, and yeah, acceleration. Okay, let's request taxi. Which should be just alpha. Let me just give a check. Yeah. Adria November 233 Charlie Lima request taxi.
November 233 Charlie Lima, taxi to holding point Alpha running 29.
Holding point Alpha running 29 November 233 Charlie Lima. Alright, let's go. I remind you, we are on VATSIM, we are under control today. Wow. Right now we do have full control until, until our destination.
Alitalia 74, turbulence is over. We request flight level 310.
Look at the
Report level.
speed.
310, Alitalia 74.
310 not available for the direction of flight. 320,
320 is okay for me, Alitalia 74.
Departure descent level 320.
Italia 74.
30.
Is that a 747? No, that's 73. Okay. Ooh, we're taxiing a little fast. Alright, again, we are in an IFR condition airport today. And it's gonna be quite a long flight. But this plane can fly very fast, actually. Speaking of which... Okay, yeah, setting is perfect for cruise. Yeah, we're gonna cruise Mach 0.84. It's a fast plane.
Kilo Mike, direct to Basta, descent level 150.
Direct Basta, descent flight level 150, report 3 Kilo Mike.
Alright, here we are. Before takeoff, flaps is set, speed brake is retracted, trim is set, yeah, be aware of the trim. Landing lights, I'm gonna turn on recognition as well today. Transponder is already on, let's stop. Wow, there is no, oh wow, we overshoot, wow. Adria November 233 Charlie Lima, ready for departure.
November Charlie Lima, runway 29er, clear to take off with 310 degrees for knots.
Clear for takeoff, November 233 Charlie Lima.
Operator, good evening.
Okay, transponder is on.
Okay,
We're gonna get out of these clouds very soon.
330 for direction of flight.
Okay, down to 330.
Wow, look at this.
Hello from Ryanair 4632, information Alpha requesting the Arnav runway 23.
Alright, let's go.
Ryanair 4632, runway 23, never available in split after sunset, expect LS Zulu, runway 05.
This guy wanted to do the circle today.
Descent level 12.
Okay. Brake release.
Down to 120 and runway 05 and direct TMX for Ryanair 4632.
Takeoff power set.
Adria Center, Turkish 4 Romeo Victor, back in cockpit.
Romeo Victor, contact Adria 130550.
130550, thanks for the service, have a wonderful night, Turkish 4 Romeo.
Alright, V1, rotate. Pause, gear up. Okay, let's try to follow some flight director. Okay, autopilot. I need to lower the sim volume. Okay, reducing power.
Holding point, runway 11.
Auto throttle on. Vertical speed 2000.
Ryanair 4632, we had
Okay.
our instruments and gain glitch out, so we have to disconnect. Thank you for the TTCF.
November Charlie Lima, identified climb and restricted flight level 210.
For level 210 November Charlie Lima.
Kilometer 9 Victor Lima, clear LS 30, report when established.
Okay, 210.
Clear guys, that's 30, report established.
Now we're gonna engage the rocket mode on the citation. I don't know why we are limited at this speed. Okay, 210. Oh wow, I'm using this wrongly. Okay, 210 set. Yeah, I don't see any constraint on the departure. No. No, I don't see any constraint. Yeah, we're on FMSP, so the FMS is reading that there is kind of a speed constraint, but that's kind of confusing to me.
Lima Zulu, the red Adria radar identified.
Okay, let's go up 3000 feet per minute.
Ryanair
Again.
445, direct to Pasok.
This plane can climb
445, contact
really fast.
Padova 120725.
Oh, it's full control over Europe too.
120-725.
Alright, out of clouds. Okay, look at this. Wow. Pretty cool. As always. Wow, look at that storm. Oops, I'm not eating enough. Okay, let's go. Now let me switch these off. Okay, never mind. We're just on the turn now. Heading on sync.
3 kilo Mike, continue descent to flight level 120.
Continue descent 120 with our 3 kilo Mike.
Speed is on up. This is super strange to me. Why are we limited so much? Yeah, very strange. Yeah, we will shoot the turn a little bit.
Alitalia 74, monitoring Cuba Bay.
Monitor Unicom Alitalia 74, thank you for the QC, bye bye.
Okay. Pressure standard. All right. Yeah, if I press fly level change, it's not gonna. Okay, let's go fly level change. Let's climb like a rocket. Yeah, I don't understand why it's limited to 200. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Okay, we're gonna get on cruise altitude faster. Yeah, we overshoot a little bit the procedure. Okay. I need to adjust the controller volume because yeah, we need to do a big talk. But I need to hear the controller as well. The next frequency will be yeah 130550. Okay, great. Ah, my flaps is 1. That's why I'm stupid.
Visit 3 kilo Mike.
Really bad departure. Wow, look at this. But it was very interesting to see the level of simulation.
8,000 feet.
So the plane wasn't accelerated due to my flaps, and also, yeah, well, how these mother planes are so safe in this kind of yeah, in this kind of missing about from the pilot. Okay. Alright, on the turn. Now we're getting some speed. Look at this weather over Bosnia.
48 Bravo Tango Adria 130550.
Okay, as soon as we are clear to the final altitude. There is a there is a traffic here. That's why we were in climbing, I guess. Okay, well, look at the climb rate of this monster. We have to
full established runway 30.
very cool, but we need to slow down.
Lima, runway 30, clear to land.
Runway 30, clear to land.
Easy. Easy. We need to level off. Okay, 1000 feet per minute. Alright, checklist. Also, I forgot completed this. Oh my god, so bad today. So bad. I got distracted by the controller, it was a total disaster. But okay. Checklist. Okay, climb. APU is still on top of that. Wow. It's okay taking off with the APU off, with the APU on in the citation longitude. It's kind of normal. Important is you switch it off before flight level 350 for some reason.
Level Lima, climb to level 450.
Climb flight level 450 November, Charlie Lima.
With a 3 kilo mic, descend to 4000 via bus to clear the LS30.
Okay, 450 set.
4000 via bus clear
come on.
LS34 with the 3 kilo mic.
3 kilo mic, just confirm runway 30.
Okay, flight level change now.
With a 3 kilo mic.
Turkish 440 identified.
Let's go up.
Flight level 18.
Yeah, right now as you can see we are 32 knots of headwind. This situation is gonna change quite a lot above there.
637, is that flight level 340?
Over any other plane.
Can you say again the speed with 637?
You're identified.
Roger.
Okay, so we're clear to our final level. We're gonna have time to talk a little bit now. We're gonna have to pass through Adria, and let me just write down the name of the arrival, which is Sokri. Okay, so when we get to Greece, we're gonna be ready to copy, the arrival in case. So it's time, I guess. So it's time, let's go. Yeah, first of all, welcome to every guy that is using Flight Simulator 2024 for PS5. This is this is a event because it was the
Lima, contact Adria 130550.
130550 November Charlie Lima, bye, thank you.
Turkish 440. Bye-bye.
Okay. 1290675.
Adria Center with their 2 Sierra Foxtrot with you, inbound waypoint.
Okay, let me do this talk and then.
Is there 2 Sierra Fox Kilo Adria identified. Break, Whitebird 225, contact Podgorica 135, decimal 150.
Contact tower 135, decimal 150. Whitebird 225.
Adria Hello, November 233 Charlie Lima, climbing flight level 450 inbound Kutak.
November 233 Charlie Lima, the red Adria identified. Continuous clear.
Okay. So yeah, first of all, first of all, welcome to the simulation wars. So yeah, right now I guess many people are gonna just, as I did, as everyone did in the early period of flight simulation. Okay, let me open the plane MSFS 2024 PS5 planes. I don't know if there is any difference. I don't think so.
Turkish 440 Vec Adria identified, climb to flight level 3, Mountain.
Wow, it's
Direct
super.
to Mavar.
Can I open this in another? Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, I got the list of planes from 2024. I guess it's identical from, yeah, same stuff we have for PC. So, yeah, first of all, I'm using the sim from PC. I'm into simulation quite heavily, yeah, since 5 years now. Before with 2020, of course, and now with 2024. I have 1,000 an hour in these simulators. And yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what you have to do. I mean, not what you have to do, but what I think is, yeah, the best to do in a sim like this to not get bored through time, and which plane are suitable for those intentions. Which, again, of course, not every default plane is equal to each other. Not at all. There are big difference. This one we are flying, for example, is a good simulation. Nothing incredible again, but it's an enjoyable plane. So yeah, this is definitely a suggest. So again, I guess many people will just, for now, fly around and
fully disconnecting. Thank you for service today.
we're gonna fly. Yeah, I'm gonna stop sometime talking because I have to I have to listen to the controllers. And this is another one. So yeah, usually people just fly around over areas like, I mean, at least in the early period of flight simulating, I was just flying in my areas, in my local airport, with a TBM in particular. I remember that, because at the time liner were completely broke, and so yeah, couldn't fly liners. Yeah, you could try to fly a liner in 2020 early period, but was kind of very interesting experience. And but yeah, after a little bit, that stuff came starting being quite boring, of course. And so what I suggest is starting to do some, what is called, I mean, not RealOps, because RealOps is a different stuff, but yeah, trying to use the simulator as much realistic as you can. Then that means operating planes, but also
695 monitoring confounded to decimal line.
But also flight planning, searching ops. Wait a sec. I was hearing strange noises. Okay, no.
Turkish 1 Alpha Romeo identified, direct to Etida.
So, what I suggest you to do again is trying to replicate some real operation that can be liner stuff, that can be general aviation. You know, usually airlines do a very rigid kind of route. Which, I mean, for example, you can do if you're doing RealOps, you can do whatever you want with a British Airways, for example. You can do Rome to Venice with a British Airways airline, because they don't do it in real life. With a general aviation plane or executive plane like this one here, you can basically do whatever you want. But it's not a big rule. But for me, it really helped to keep the simulation enjoyable, because at some point it was just about, okay, what do I want to do today? I couldn't have any idea. And passing into RealOps was a big change. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, at some point, if you want to continue, if you're starting to get bored, try to use the simulator as much realistic as you can. And there is a path to do it properly, which is basically the same stuff that you do in real life if you want to become a pilot. Which means initially learn how to fly a plane visually, so VFR flight, basically. And then pass into instrumental flying. There are, of course, planes. Now we're gonna start watching around a little bit of them. So these are all the planes available for the simulator. I guess so, because I found this in here. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, this is this. Yeah, this is the old release of the sim. I guess they are identical. I'm guessing that. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I'm assuming that. So, as you can see, you have many planes. And as I was saying before, the level of simulation of those is not equal. So there are planes that are quite good simulated. Good enough, let's say. And other that are not. I didn't flow all those, of course. I had no time to do it. But, yeah. I know some of them. So, we were talking about, of course, VFR. First things first, 3 versions of the sim. There are 4 actually, but yeah, the 3 main are Standard, Deluxe, and Premium Deluxe. I mean, the difference is not just about the planes, but also the airports. Let me just check our position. Oh, we're still here. Okay. So, as you can see, the big block is for standard version of the plane. But yeah, I have to say honestly, there are. I mean, as you can see, the planes you have in addition.
360 passing Okana.
Okay, the plane you have in addition are not much, but they make quite a big difference in my opinion. So the Premium Deluxe, even if it's just those planes, you have really couple of shining ones. The Cirrus, for example, this Longitude, the 787. Yeah, never flew the Pilatus. But and here, let's see. I mean, the Cessna, the analogic Cessna, is quite a very interesting plane. So we were talking about VFR flight. So what you need to do is basically go to internet and find tutorial. I mean, it's plenty. That's what I did. It's plenty of stuff online nowadays. So how do you do a VFR flight?
Outside level 340.
Super hard to talk in this
Emirates
situation.
38 Mandalore Radar Squawk 2201.
Squawk 2201 for Emirates 9389.
Because some people have very... Yeah, I can't keep the main controller too low because... So for, let's say, learn some theory, it's just plenty of content out there. Just like... Not even, I mean, plenty is not enough. There's a term to define it. There are so many content, both in simulator and real life. It's also plenty of real life, I mean, of real pilots doing content about how to fly VFR, how to schedule how to create a flight plan for a VFR flight. So a couple of tips I can tell you about VFR flying is that you do have. If you want to fly USA, you do have this. This is a website called SkyVector. And the interesting stuff about SkyVector is that if you go to USA, you have VFR charts. Real life, I mean, this is not for simulation, these are real charts for all your, for all US. You have also, if you zoom in an area, you can also have the detailed charts, for example, Los Angeles, as you can see, if you watch above here. Okay, now we do have just this one here, but if I'm gonna zoom Los Angeles, look at that. We're gonna have all the charts of Los Angeles area available. This is completely free. So yeah, this is an incredible website for, let's say, flight planning VFR in USA, and this is completely free. For Europe, it's a bit different. You can still find charts completely free. There are some websites, I don't know if this is still working. This was a website I was using in the past, which is called Open Flight Maps. But I have no idea if this is still something you can use. Doesn't look like. Oh, maybe yeah. Okay, let me go back here. Let me go back to Italy. No, I don't see any charts appearing here, unfortunately. Let me see something as well.
Dubrovnik 225, push start approved, QNH 1006.
No, this was a website used for that. I mean, was basically yeah, showing VFR flights over Europe, but looks like it's not working anymore. One also of the solution is also big news now in Europe is Navigraph, which is this, but this is a pay stuff. And they just add VFR charts in Navigraph here, as you can see. Pretty cool. So now, if you do have, if you want to use Navigraph, you can have, yeah, all the world in VFR. Pretty interesting. Not all the world, sorry, all Europe in VFR. Not Turkey, no, very interesting. But if you don't, in the past I was using this. I was using Autoroute.
Emirates 8 Victor
No, it was Auto Router, which is another website. You need to register there.
Bye-bye.
Hello,
I'm
good
trying to
evening.
open
Ocean
it.
2 Papa flight level 50 done.
It's not opening at all. Very good.
Manta fuori bravo, tengo
Auto Router.
1 minute.
Okay.
In that case, monitor.
Okay, let me log in before. So you need to do an account, but it's completely free.
Thank you so much, bye bye.
Okay, 1,000 to go in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay. So Autorouter is this website here. And if you go to briefing, aviation map. Wait a sec. Maybe, wow.
Mike 2508, dobro večer.
Why people are screaming on that? I don't know if this is just... Let me see. Poland. No, okay, let me see an area that I know. Venice.
Mike 2508, confirm, final.
No, this is not a VFR map.
Final request at level 200, Mike 2508.
You have VFR areas, but you are missing waypoints and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you can activate there. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, but... yeah. Almost. Because those stuff are, in Italy at least, they have a name. Which is not good. But pretty interesting.
Thank you, bye-bye.
But if you go here, so briefing AIP plates, and here you can find many real life charts, talking about VFR English charts. Let me see. Okay, yeah. And here you're gonna have all the airports, all the area. It's a little bit, yeah, I mean, it's not the best, of course. Not the best solution, but this is, again, not for simulation. It's real life stuff, which means you can also use for simulation. It's not through the way around. This should be the areas. Okay, that's airports. If I'm not wrong, it should be areas. Let me see. Yeah. For example, I don't know if I want the Padova VFR. Okay. I'm gonna download it. One sec. All right. And there we go. Your nice VFR charts, completely free, as I show you, of Padova area. And this is again a real life with all the waypoint, the VFR waypoint or reporting point. You can have, for example, here in Venice, Mestre Nord, Marano, Padova East. So this is a solution. I know that it's way more complicated than just SkyVector in USA, but for Europe, at least as I know, there is no that kind of service, because this stuff I was using, it's not really working, I guess. Yeah. unfortunately. Because one of the main problems, in my opinion, about flying a VFR is not really learn how to do it. Because yeah, you have to take off the plane, go from A to B, and then from B to C, and whatever. But it's finding charts. I mean, if you want to go out of, I mean, even in your area, if you want to fly your area, you need to know the waypoint. You need to report. Of course, in USA it's very different. But again, you can find online solution. I mean, no, you can find tutorial how to fly VFR in Europe, how to fly VFR in USA. Also in Europe itself is different from country to country. Italy especially is a very strange country for VFR flight. But you need charts. I mean, the most important thing is to have charts, because otherwise it would be really complicated.
Sorry, you're unreadable. I had to turn my volume up. Can you say again for Ethiopian?
Ethiopian 706 identified.
So you need charts, and yeah, those are a pair of solutions. What I suggest you to do is fly in your area. So as you saw, of course, if you're not from the US and or Europe, you can do some region. You can try to see. I mean, in autoroute, I guess. Let me just check again. Because in autorouter, is it just Europe or not? Okay, now is that moment in which it wouldn't open. Because I see Armenia here. Yeah, it looks like it's not really just Europe. Uzbekistan, United Kingdom, Turkey. If I go to Armenia, there are charts for real? Okay. Okay, let me just try to open this one. Wow. No. This is cool. Look at this. This is Armenia. Yerevan. Wow, very interesting. So autoroute is very interesting even if you're not from Europe. There is no USA. There is no. I don't think there is South America at all. No. There is like Europe, some part of Asia. I can see Philippines. I can see Turkey, Ukraine, Uzbekistan. Let me see. Kyrgyzstan. Yeah. There are some countries, so maybe you can find your country here.
122.8
or choose an area. I mean, if you I mean, you can of course search online how to get VFR charts of your country, but if you are not able to find any solution, just change area. I mean, just fly Europe or US. US is way easier, as you can see, because you do have SkyVector, which is completely free. But if you do have Navigraph, also you have the same, basically identical philosophy in Europe as well. If you don't have Navigraph, that's a different situation, of course. And learn how to fly VFR. I suggest you to fly always in the same area for the same period. Just take off, do some traffic pattern initially, then go do a very simple. Yeah, of course, if it's in your area, it's even more enjoyable because you're gonna recognize streets, you're gonna recognize autoroute, and do very short flight, for example, very short from, I don't know, 20 miles, 30 miles, just stuff like that. And then you will learn so much. You will enjoy the sim a lot as well, because this is a sim really good when you are close to the ground. The big difference in 2024 is, of course, wait a sec, because my sim is frozen. Never mind, okay. It's really good when you are close to the ground. Here above, as you can see, yeah, very cool clouds, but we are at 35,000 feet and it's completely cloudy today, so we are not really enjoying too much the area.
RJ Control, good evening, Swiss 183.
Who is this guy?
Level 370.
Swiss 1838, dobro večer, Adria, radar identified.
So you're gonna enjoy so much, you're gonna learn so much. I really suggest you to start studying VFR. I know that many people don't want. Many people would just jump in a big 747 flying around studying
228 identified.
IFR procedure, but yeah, I really suggest you to start from VFR, as they do in real life. Wow, look at this coverage today. I mean, from Zagabria to, I don't know, to Marsalam, full control.
I identified, climb to flight level 350.
Then, which plane you can use for that? So in this case, there are two planes that I really suggest you. One is in the standard, and in the deluxe is the same plane, but okay, we have some option actually. But yeah, let's go here. So the plane are, of course, the big and classical Cessna 172. 70, what was that? Which I need to find
Ocean 20
out.
Papa, request descent.
I need to find now.
20 Papa, descend
Here we go.
130 to cross Peter's at
Which is this one, Cessna 172 Skyhawk.
Cross Peters at level.
The problem about the default version of the sim, sorry, the standard version of the sim, is that this plane have G1000, which is a similar avionics to this one. So glass cockpit, basically, you have three big, no, in the 172 you have two big monitor, and with all your data there. But I don't really suggest you to start with a plane like that. So if you have the standard version of the sim, you can jump in a Cessna 152,
And Emirates Manor 389,
which is
a left turn to
here. Same concept of plane. This is a little bit slower, but this is analogic.
to turn left on to a heading of
So
177. We have a really big.
it's a better choice if you're, especially if you're doing VFR.
Heading 177.
You're gonna use a lot your highs. You're not gonna check the GPS or stuff like that. I don't even think that Cessna 152 does have GPS, to be honest. So yeah, pretty interesting choice. I really suggest you this one if you have. Okay, let me just check a little bit the model, the plane we do have,
Advise 131 Gold Večer, Adria, radar identified.
because yeah, even for me there are so many. There are some option, of course, you can use, especially for VFR. The Diamond, but again, the Diamond 40, which is this, is a very good plane, but again, is a plane with the G1000 avionics, which I don't really suggest you again to start with that for your VFR experience. Maybe there is some stuff here, but not really this, but the Robin aircraft. This one is another option. The VL3 GMB as well. It does have a glass cockpit, but yeah, I would suggest it this one here. But yeah, the main one is the Cessna 152. If you do have the deluxe version, there is the Cessna 172 Skyhawk. Is the same aircraft, but this time analogic version without the G1000, old school. And this is basically the best choice for learner. Both VFR, in my opinion, and let's say vintage IFR, which we're gonna talk right now, aviation. But yeah, those are quite a default plane, but I mean, they are very simple plane. The simulation it's okay. It's okay. You have the Bonanza, but again, G1000. So yeah, I gave you some option. So if you can, Cessna 172 analogic. If you can't use that, then Cessna 152.
And Emirates 9389, we're currently following a heading of 208. We would like to keep this.
Then when you finish all this phase, you can pass to IFR flights. So the Dios disc.
And then after approximately another 40 nautical miles, we can rejoin the original track.
Yeah, let's wait this guy because his volume is so high. It's this guy. It's going to mother. Okay. No.
93800 report able for direct. Copy that. We'll report.
So then you can start IFR
we'll
aviation, which is the I mean, what is the difference between IFR and VFR? Basically, is that you in VFR you are basically flying, having. Oh my God, this seems keep freezing. Okay. So it's basically that you need contact with the terrain and you need to use, I mean, your navigation system is your eyes, basically. So you need to see the terrain. This is very important. And it's your responsibility, the traffic separation. So you need to watch outside and avoid traffic, of course. The controller can tell you, okay, there is a traffic in your area, be aware. In IFR flight, it's very different, of course. So you're not following your eye anymore, you're following instrument that can be a GPS nowadays, but also a VOR. Yeah, it's not mandatory, it's not just the GPS basically, and the responsible for traffic separation is the controller. This is the, I mean, long story short, the big difference. IFR flight is of course how liners operate every day. So, but again, I will not suggest you to start immediately to do flights around the country in a big liner when you want to pass IFR. I will suggest you to do, I mean, first of all, to learn approaches and to learn old school approaches. Let's say old school, but basically ILS and VOR approaches. Again, this I'm not gonna explain now what the difference between ILS and VOR approach, but you can search online. Usually when I do in live stream one of those kind of approach, if there is a question, I will just explain it. Yeah, not now, even, and also because we're gonna stay here all the night. But yeah, so first of all, in my opinion, learn how to do VOR and ILS approach, especially of course ILS, which is the main approach you have to do. I mean, the important is that
3 Charlie Lima, contact Latina radar 129.675, bye.
129er 675 November 233 Charlie Lima, bye, thank you.
Turkish 440,
Okay, we are with Greece now. How is the weather in our destination? How is called this controller?
Bird 1 Mike
radar.
Bravo, happen.
Radar hello, November 233 Charlie Lima, fly level 450, direct DMIS. Okay, down on 3 direct.
Hello, November 233 Charlie Lima, since I identified the fly direct Socri.
Direct Socri, November 233 Charlie Lima, thanks.
November 233 Charlie Lima, correct. Arrival is Socri 2 X-ray, VOR Yankee, runway 29 right.
2 X-ray. We copy Socri 2 X-ray and repeat the approach, please. November 233 Charlie Lima.
November Charlie Lima, VOR Yankee 29 right.
Alright, VOR Yankee 29 right, November 233 Charlie Lima. Okay, great. We do have a VOR approach today. Incredible. It's kind of rare, but yeah, we were talking about VOR approach, and there we have it. Okay, direct Socri. Yeah, I'm changing. Okay, I can show you, of course. So it's the Socri 2 X-ray, yeah, correct. Alright. This is a DME arc, for example.
818, contact Athens approach 132.907.
So the important thing is that, maybe I can show you now, is that you don't have AirNav on top of your chart when you're choosing an approach to shoot.
Mike Bravo, Athens.
Okay, this is all not AirNav, of course. This should be AirNav. How is this not AirNav? Ah, no, it's not. Okay, this is not the the good airport to show you that. Maybe here, let's see. No. Today we're not like, these are all, well, okay, Sarajevo and our destination, which I don't know the name, are all good for doing, okay, AirNav 1, yeah, as you can see, GNSS only. So in your initial, let's say, approach to IFR fly, don't use this kind of approach, don't use this kind of arrival, try to fly just with VR reference or yeah, ILS, of course, which we don't have today. Today we're going to shoot a AirNav approach. Sorry, not an AirNav approach, a VR approach. And this one. Oh wow, horrible turn here. Okay, because we should hold, I guess. So yeah, we can explain. I mean, the difference between an ILS and a VR approach is basically that in the ILS, in the VR approach, you don't have the glide slope. So you don't have a vertical reference, you just have a lateral reference.
7 proceed direct to Tigra.
And yeah, to simulate the glide slope, you have this indication here. So basically at 2,200 feet, 5 nautical miles from your 5 nautical miles DME from your VR, you're gonna start descending with according to this speed. So if your ground speed is 180, you have to descend around 1,000 feet per minute. 160, 850, and so on. So this is kind of what you do. And of course, this is a limited kind of approach, so you need good visibility to do it. If you don't have it, you can't just land in that airport. Okay, speaking of which, let's just set up everything, which we need also to change, because this SOCRI...
Southern Hello, very good evening, Agent 947, clear, ground flight level 1990.
Agent 947, Athens, hello, identified, climb flight
I want
level
to see you in map.
Ground flight level 310, Agent 947.
What the fuck is this? What? That's very bad. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna check now. This looks not promising at all, to be honest. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it manually.
Gia 913, Kalspera SAS, identified, fly initially direct to Rogos, thereafter fly plan route.
Direct Rogos and after plan route.
Wow. Yeah, that's gonna take some time.
Papa, inbound
There is the ILS where we're doing the VR.
Passing flight level 163.
Controlling having fun with us.
Identified, Charlie correct, expect RMP runway 34, descent flight level 9.
RMP 34, descent 90, Ocean 20 Papa.
I want to see the preview, which is tremendous. Okay, great. Oh yeah, no, it's not that bad. Not that good, of course, but yeah, not that bad.
Ocean 20 Papa, proceed direct to bed decks.
Direct
minimum
bed decks, Ocean 20 Papa.
1310. It's a barometric minimum. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to do everything manually, which is gonna be very interesting, but not now. I mean, we're still very far. Yeah,
Gia 947, proceed direct Usini, climb flight level 370.
Half an hour. So yeah, for example, let's plan this VR approach today, which is a perfect example to show you what I mean.
So 947, proceed direct Usini, climb flight level 370.
This is an approach, this is an arrival actually, which you don't fly with GPS. I mean, technically you could, but
direct Usini and climb flight level
if you're doing the training, I mean, you should not. And today apparently our G3000 is not able to fly in this kind of arrival. So we're gonna do it manually. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tune the VOR here, 108.6. At SOCRI, we are gonna have an inbound course of 137 to the VOR, which is this course. Of course, the VOR is kind of an instrument that, I mean, you can have the direction toward it going out of it. It basically is inbound or outbound reference, and the yeah, the position in which you are. I don't know. For example, in this case, we are gonna be at radial inbound radial 137. At okay, there is no distance, but we don't really care there. But we care here. For example, when we will be 19 miles from the VOR on that radial, so 137, which is of course outbound radial 317. But okay, this is start getting very complicated if you don't know what I'm talking about. So there, having this choose information, so the radial and the distance, we are gonna have a perfect position in space, which is gonna be basically
Thank you very
this
much,
one
Kilo Romeo 60 to Ocean 20 Papa.
There we're gonna turn left, and we are gonna maintain a distance from the VOR of 70, sorry, miles. And this is gonna be another. This is called DME arc. So when you are maintaining the same distance from the VOR, and like turning around it, and then when we are gonna intercept the radial 244, we are gonna turn inbound the VOR again until 12 DME. This sounds super complicated, of course, because this is not the moment to explain you in detail how to shoot this stuff here. I can hear nothing because of this crazy traffic. But then from Xanad, we're gonna have to shoot the approach, which is another DME arc, as you can see here. It's a DME arc at 12 miles from the VR approach until radial 287, which will be our last radial. And yeah, then we're gonna basically align inbound and also with the runway as consequence. And at 5 miles DME, we're gonna start descending for the final approach. Speed will be probably around 140 ground speed, something like that, I guess, and maybe less. So we're gonna descend somewhere around 750 and 650 feet per minute. So this is a classical example of VOR approach. Also, you can shoot ILS approach without ILS. This is obvious. I mean, not every ILS approach. I'm not sure about this. I don't know if every single ILS approach you can shoot it just with the VOR instrument or not. But yeah, most of them for sure. And okay, there is also NDB approach, which is quite rare. And which plane you can use to do this part of your training? I mean, here you have many options. I still suggest you to use plane without a glass cockpit, which is, yeah, it's kind of hard to find here, because the problem of this, the problem of the Cessna 152 is that it doesn't, I don't think it does have true VOR system, which is kind of tricky, because in some approach or some, also not only approach, I mean also in some departure, because you can also fly no enough departure, as we did today. Yeah. For example, the departure of today, we flew it with the GPS, but was a no enough departure. So you can fly this departure just using your VOR, as you can see here. So you do also have an NDB here, so it does make things okay. Not really, because you can just take off at 6. No, yeah, you need the DME, I guess. Yeah, over you need the MDB over the NDB. Right turn inbound Sarajevo. VOR. But yeah. So what I wanted to say is that some approach and some departure and some arrival need true VOR, because you need to cross-check radial. Sometimes you use a radial to know when you have to turn a radial from another VOR. So that can become. I mean, it's very hard to do it with a plane that have a single VOR. Of course, the Cessna 172 analogic for the deluxe version of the sim does have true VOR, so this is a very good choice. And if you just have the standard version, you can use the G1000. It's not that you can't, but yeah, be sure. I mean, you have to force yourself to use just the VR system, and that's it. As we're gonna do today. Okay, this is not a G1000, it's a G3000, but it's kind of similar. So today we're gonna do it. Yeah, today we're just gonna do it as we need in this case, because we don't have GPS reference. But we're gonna basically change this instrument here, which is the GPS now FMS, into the VR and follow the approach, just basing ourselves on that. So today is also is kind of easy because you just need a single VR to do it. So you can use the G1000 plane, so that's the 172, Diamond 40. Yeah, not gonna suggest you any other plane for the moment. But if you have the deluxe version, this is the best plane. And if you can find simple approaches or departure in which you just need a single VR, the Cessna 152 is still a very good choice in my opinion. Okay, then there is another type of approach or departure which are the most used in the world, especially arrival and departure, and are AirNav. AirNav does mean that basically, to simplify of course, but means GPS. So everything that is called AirNav, RMP, GNSS means that you need to use a GPS system to shoot that departure, that arrival, that approach. As I showed you before, for example, in our departure airport, there was an arrival, which is not this. Okay, there we go. AirNav 1 or GNSS only. You can't shoot this arrival, if you don't have a GPS. So when you're starting using, yeah, look at this. Navigraph is making me GPS reference, and the system can't hear in the plane. It's kind of strange to me, since I have Navigraph in the simulator, should be the same. Okay, wait a sec. Classical problem. Okay, would be the same. Should be the same reference, but yeah, as you can see here, I don't have any. I don't. But it's okay. It's not a hard one to shoot. Let me see our position, and then we're gonna keep talking.
Ocean 20 Papa. We have to request some delay vectors due to the reason we have some red thunder cells in front of the airport.
So when you are passing to
are you able to
GPS plane to do IFR flight, don't forget what you learned before. And this is why I suggested to train yourself on VR approach and ILS approach, manually flying them. Not manually flying them, but flying them with the VR system, and that's it. Because then when you pass to a GPS plane, you're gonna be so strong in that kind of approach. It's gonna be so easy for you. You just have to add all the AirNav procedure, but it's not hard at all. You just have to follow the GPS and the glide path in case you are shooting an approach. And
7 Golf Alpha, deviation to the left approved, report cleared where.
And there you're gonna start really enjoying the scene, because you're gonna unlock so many planes. What's happening here?
Zero Papa, you're above the moon vector altitude. You can maintain 2,900 correction upon reaching.
Roger, maintain 2,900.
Wait a sec, because these guys are really.
Call you when we are ready to come back.
Zero Papa, let me know if you need to climb higher to save some fuel.
Wow, look at that then.
Yeah,
full
we'll
of
go.
traffic.
Papa.
Are you ready to
Okay.
So?
Okay, yeah. When you're gonna start using AirNav approach, so you're gonna be solid in VR approach, you're gonna be solid in ILS approach, and you're gonna start learning AirNav approach, AirNav departure, and AirNav arrival, and there you can start really using the G1000. So you're gonna lock so many planes. I still suggested you initially use slow plane like the Cessna 172, the Diamond 40. But after you learn that, you're gonna start using some cooler plane. Of course, the faster is the plane, the most difficult is gonna be to operate the approach or the departure. So I'm gonna give you some buff now.
In Ocean
One,
Reserve, I think we can
if you have the premium deluxe version,
right turn.
one, I mean, a very interesting plane to start doing some IFR flight, but still in a kind of a slow condition. This is kind of a fast plane actually to be a piston jet. Sorry, not a piston jet, to be a piston engine plane. So there is a huge difference in speed between a Cessna 172 and a Cirrus SR22. On top of that, this is the SR22 Turbo. So this is a good choice, in my opinion. If you do have the Premium Deluxe and you are solid in every aspect of the IFR flying, passing in the Cirrus aircraft SR22. If you don't have, there is the Legend, the TBM. There is also the Bonanza, which is kind of fast already, which is a good choice. I'm not gonna really suggest you the Caravan because I don't really feel that the plane is that good in the sim. But the TBM is, of course, one of the most obvious choice. Same avionics of the plane we're flying today. And the point is that if you pass directly from a Cessna 172 to a TBM, is that your speed is gonna change like drastically. Speed difference between these two planes is extreme. The TBM is way faster than the Cessna 172. It's basically very close. I mean, it's a jet engine. It's a turboprop, but it's basically a jet engine plane. Very similar capability. For example, very similar capability if you compare it to a Vision Jet, which is where? Let me see if I can find the Vision Jet. Okay, there we go. Vision Jet here, very similar capability. So you can both choose TBM or Vision Jet directly. And here you have the first, in my opinion, one of the best actually in my opinion. Okay, the Cirrus SR22 is a very good simulation. That's why I suggest you to, when you have again a solid IFR background, to pass to this plane initially from the Cessna 172 or whatever you're using for VFR or IFR vintage, let's say, VOR IFR. IFR old school, because this is a very good simulation of the plane. This is a very interesting plane to fly, and same thing for the Cirrus. This is one of the two best planes you can find in the simulator, by far. I really love both of them. Way better than the default TBM, the Vision Jet. The TBM is, I mean, everyone loves the TBM because I started from the TBM, so. But yeah, the Vision Jet is just incredible, and from there you are very close to classical aviation. Which I mean, you can pass to a liner or you can pass to executive plane. If you have the standard version, here you're gonna start having so much option. Citation CJ4. If we are talking about fast jet, I think is the best choice. I prefer the Citation CJ4 to the Airbus fleet you have in 2024, honestly. But of course, then we have to start talking about liners. So, as you can see, it's plenty of Airbus plane in 2024. What I suggested to use is, of course, Inibil's family. So we're talking about the A310. I don't know, I never flew it in 2024 because we don't have liveries. But yeah, A320neo, A321 XLR, and A330. All the three are very good. I mean, not very good, but are okay, let's say, simulation. So you will need a little bit of background to fly them, but again, if you do the path I suggested, it's gonna be very easy to transition. I don't really suggest you to fly the 737 MAX 8 for now. It's not very good, and the 747 unfortunately is very broken. So yeah, if we are talking about jet and standard version, CJ4 A320neo, A321 XLR, A330. My suggestion is CJ4, of course, if you truly and really want an airline, maybe A320neo and A330. The A321 XLR I feel like is a little bit worst. They are very similar, but yeah, it's just a sensation probably. It's just a feeling. If you do have the deluxe version, you don't really have any much option. I don't know those planes. I don't know. Okay, the Baron. Yeah, but I don't know the default Baron. I never flew it. I never flew the Cessna 404 either. How is it going here? Okay, and if you do have the Premium Deluxe version of the sim, there are a couple of additions. One is the plane we're flying today, the Citation Longitude. G3000, so same system of the TBM, same system of the Vision Jet. But way more speed. I mean, this plane is really, really fast. Really, really faster than every other liner you have in the sim, except the 787. And of course, you do have also the 787 itself, which is it's okay. I mean, it's not great again, but it's probably the best Boeing you have in Flight Simulator 2024.
Aircraft, which is stuck at present position, is at your,
Then to have IFR flights, we mentioned IFR flying. We mentioned planes to fly IFR. I didn't mention how to get charts, but I'm gonna do it very soon after I turn my meat in the oven. I'll be right back.
Moderate turbulence, passing level 340 to flight level 360.
Ahmed, good evening, Air Crete Freedom Tango, information Delta. You'll expect the claim via CPDLC.
Okay, Freedom Tango. Okay, 7 Golf Alpha, descent flight level 250.
Start descent level 250, descent Golf Alpha.
Okay, under 56, conduct upwards approach 132.975. Go ahead.
I will take a 715 request, thanks.
Traffic 715, taxi Juliet Alpha, holding point, runway 824.
Taxi at Juliet Alpha, 14024, 715.
All right, I'm back. So we were talking about charts. I was thinking while I was turning the meat in the oven that I don't know how Microsoft is dealing with that because so you have Navigraph. Navigraph is this application here which is pay. You need a subscription to use it, and you do have all the charts basically. But you are quite lucky because nowadays there is another solution which I'm gonna open now,
we climb runway heading 3500 ocean to Papa.
which is the official flight planner from MSFS. So the question I have is, of course, I'm operating the sim from PC. I do have an Xbox account, which is needed to access here. Yeah, I don't know, but I think they thought about that because, yeah, as you can see, I have my Xbox Live account here. So I don't really know, but I don't even know if in PS5 you need to do a Microsoft Flight Simulator account to use it. So, but yeah, just to let you know, you do have this option nowadays, which is incredible for charts. Not really for flight planning, unfortunately. It's still very weird. But yeah, as you can see, for example, the airport in which we are going now, you just click it. You press chart and you're gonna have all the charts, the exact same chart you do have in Navigraph for free basically. There we go. This is the Okay, no, this is an arrival. Arrival, yeah. This is the one we are shooting. X-ray, yeah. There we go. And this is completely free. You do have all the, I mean, not all the world, but you have the same limitation you have in Navigraph. For example, China is not available in many airports, but neither Navigraph is available. So, incredible service. Yeah, you are wondering why you do have Navigraph then, because yeah, it's not. I mean, there are still big difference if you're doing if you're operating on VATSIM, for example, which is the network in which we are now, and that's why we're hearing controller and traffic talking. But yeah, it's a good solution if you want. I don't know. For example, you go to Venice, for example, and say I want to shoot the ILS Zulu in Venice 04 right. Okay, you go here. You go to Venice. Venice Airport. Charts. Approaches. ILS Zulu 04 right. You click. Now you have your charts with all your data. You can check if it's an AirNav. I mean, if AirNav is needed, look like it's not. Of course, it's a VFR. Sorry, it's not a VFR. It's an approach. It's an ILS approach. So from Laren, you can put Laren, or you can find Laren actually in your. Yeah, you can find Laren, of course. I'm talking about if you're not using GPS. So you can take off runway 04 right in Venice, do a left turn, set up the frequency 109.905, wait until you are above the glide slope. So I'm flying outbound, wait until you're above the glide slope, then dial up, course 039er, glide slope and descent. And you do have the charts. This is again completely free. It's really useful if you are approaching IFR to shoot some approaches indeed. VR approach as well, as you can see here. So yeah. So yeah, this is basically, we talk about how to approach. So VFR, IFR initially, VR, ILS approach without GPS, then let's say addition of the GPS, AirNav approaches, how to get VFR charts, how to get IFR charts for free, and in the planes.
November 233 Charlie Lima, one ready, descent flight level 130.
We're ready, descent flight level 130, November 233 Charlie Lima. That's a very good question. That's a very good.
Alpha 2, Alpha, stand number 5.
I have no idea when I will be ready. Do we have top of descent? No. Great. Wow. We need to descend immediately, actually. Okay, let's go down. 130.
913. 913. How many miles you estimate your top of descent?
So now I will need to focus a little bit because this is a kind of hard approach to shoot. So first things first, I need the VR.
715 identified, climb VSID, flight level 180.
Yeah, I mean it's a complex approach to shoot, so the only, I mean we're lucky that the only reference is the Kenya VR, Sierra Uniform Delta.
Alpine 4153, Athena low identified, flight
I'm gonna set it in both here. Then we need the bearing nav 1 on, please. I need a DME. I don't know how to set, to be honest. Wind.
Hello, Rhino 3 Mike Alpha, Athena identified, flight
Let me do a test. Heading. CDI on the VR, which we are not receiving still. Okay, DME is there. Great. Okay, back to nav. Yeah, we really need to descend.
812,
We can descend
identify,
9,000
fly
feet.
direct service 1 Alpha arrival, runway 27.
Okay, let's go down. We are super high. Okay.
Olympic 715, climb flight level 280.
Yeah, we're lucky today that this plane can go down very fast. Okay. So, I'm gonna switch to heading now.
Ryanair 3 Mike Alpha, I firm, expect flight level 390 in
Heading
25
set.
miles G2 opposition.
And let me set up the VR. So we're not receiving the VR for now. At 90 miles we have to turn left and keep a distance of 17 miles to do a DMA arc until radial 244 and then inbound. Then performance, landing data. Okay. Meter is correct. Yeah. Ups full. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be quite slow. So the final descent will be around 650 knots. Sorry, feet on vertical speed. Hi, Arush. How are you? Okay, I guess this is it. I mean, we cover everything. We cover VFR fly, we cover IFR fly, we cover planes you can use. Yeah. Very welcome, and hopefully you're gonna enjoy the sim very soon. And for a long period, this is the citation Longitude Sir Arush, which is available for the Premium Deluxe version of the sim.
Crete,
Still not receiving the VR.
We are ready for incline start and straight out taxi.
Crete 3 Romeo Tango Roger, startup is approved, information is Delta, QNH 1006.
Startup.
Very high, by the way. Maybe we can descend even faster, yeah. 3,500. What is I don't even know what is Cloudflare. Arush. Sorry. I guess that you can't join the sim. I'm assuming.
913, descent flight level 200, 200.
Well, actually, we can descend 4,000 feet per minute for now. Let me just check the...
715, proceed direct to Varix, arrival is Varix 1 Whiskey, runway 21 left, open.
Descent, yeah, until 3,000. No, till now, basically. Well, we're still maintaining some speed at 4,000 feet per minute.
Crete 12, fly direct to Gonzo.
Okay, now it's gonna switch to speed, I guess. It should, okay. Let's see if he's able to maintain this altitude. This plane can go down very fast. Super light, doesn't have big inertia. Still not receiving the VR, which is very interesting. Yeah, if we don't have the VR, it's gonna be a big problem. I mean, not a big problem. We can just ask for radar vectoring, maybe, until until final and go visual. This control is a long, yeah, 1 hour and a half. Yeah, it's a long time. It's here.
November 233 Charlie Lima, VFR, descent altitude 900,000 feet, QNH 1004.
Descent altitude 9,000 feet, QNH 1004, November 233 Charlie Lima. Okay. Go. 9,000. Flight level change. Okay, let's see how this. Oh my god. This plane can really go down. Look at this. Yeah, incredible. Yeah, I don't have this is a big problem for now. Okay, we're still very far, 50 miles but at yeah, 90. I mean, I have the. I don't know. I'm not even in the right radial at the moment. I can see it. So I'm gonna compensate a little bit. Okay, the course should be 137. I remind you we're gonna shoot a VR approach today, and also the arrival we need to do a DME arc, all manual because the GPS is gone. 137. 137. Okay. No VR signal for now. Yeah, this can happen in Flight Simulator. Okay, wait. We do have a DVR. Great. Okay, let's go to intercept this radial. We are 39 miles outbound. Why we're slowing down? No. Speed on me. There is a constraint.
Requesting descent, Olympic 667, descent flight level 130. 13067.
Okay, let's maintain this. Now. Okay, so the plane is going to intercept automatically the radial now. Zoom in. I want to slow down the plane. No, there is no constraint. The first constraint is well, this is not really for us, to be honest. But yeah, we do have a kind of a constraint of 230. Ah, yeah, but we don't have GPS track, so.
Athena radar, Foxtrot, Sierra, Kilo,
No.
flight level 380.
Oh, it's long time I don't shoot this.
Hello, Fox Sierra, Kilo India, correction, Kilo Yankee Delta identified.
First speed of Flight Simulator was always
240. When is calm, which runway would you prefer?
this kind of approaches here.
Descent flight level 240, runway 24, please. And visual approach if possible to this.
I want to accelerate my descent a little bit.
Fox India Delta copied. Initially clear for the Garta 1 Delta arrival. VR approach runway 24. Report runway side. Continue visually.
Roger, cleared for the Garta.
Okay, 28 miles, 10 miles to go.
Runway 24.
I'm gonna start slowing down the plane, 250 knots.
November, correction, Foxtrot, Sierra, Kilo, Yankee Delta.
Fox Yankee Delta, when do you have runway inside?
Full code, Foxtrot, Yankee Delta.
Via 913, contact approach 132, decimal 975. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we're about to do. I want to slow down.
Tango Red for taxi, land 1.
I remind I'm doing a.
Okay, Tango Tango taxi via Delta.
I'm about to do a DME arc.
Calling point runway 27.
So we want to maintain a distance of 19 nautical miles from the. Sorry, 19 DME from the VR of Sierra Uniform Delta.
Athena radar, good day, North flight to my Tango, level 160, climbing 240, inbound 3 Mach.
230 knots.
Now fly to Mike Tango, Alpha Solo, identified. If weather permits,
Landing
fly
lights.
direct to DMIS, climb flight level 360.
Zoom in. It's 22 miles still.
Direct
3 miles
Dimbis
to go.
and climbing 360, North flight to my Tango.
Radar, good evening, from 5 Quebec Yankee, passing flight level 150,
Okay.
climbing flight level 240.
Hello, France 75 Quebec Yankee, Athens identified, climb flight level 280.
Leveling off.
280 France 5 Quebec Yankee.
19.5,
Via
almost there.
947, contact Nicosia radar 124, decimal 2.
So we want to maintain a distance of 70. Okay, now landing. Heading select.
Descent flight level 130.
And we want to adjust the next course will be 244.
GN947.
Agent 947 contacting 124.2 Brigade evening, see ya.
So now we're gonna just do our heading. Okay, this is not the most correct method to do the DME arc, but yeah, we're gonna adjust our heading in order to maintain.
Aircraft 75 Quebec
Yeah, we
Yankee,
need to
flying
turn way
direct
more than
Kilo
this.
Romeo Kilo.
Kilo.
we are ready.
Fly direct Kilo Romeo Kilo S175 Quebec Yankee.
Olympic 667, descent flight level 8.
We are way too close already. Okay.
November 233 Charlie Lima, VFR, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1004.
Descent 4,000 feet. So we're gonna be in VFR condition. 123 Charlie Lima.
November 233 Charlie Lima, then unaffected.
No, yeah, say again. 123 Charlie Lima.
November 233 Charlie Lima, confirm you're on VMC, VFR conditions.
No, we're not in VFR condition. We are in the DME arc of the arrival. November 233 Charlie Lima.
November Charlie Lima, copied. In that case, descend via the star 4,000, QNH 1004.
Okay, yeah, we didn't copy star. Okay, descend via star 4000 QNH 1004. November 233 Charlie Lima.
Fox Yankee Delta, descent flight level 120.
Descent flight level 120.
Yeah, I heard descend VFR, not
Olympic
via the star.
667, descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1006, info Delta of the RMP. Can we
Yeah, we're not doing, of course, the proper DME arc at all, but yeah, and we're gonna try to recover it now. We should be at 17
Wizz Air 1234, Athens.
nautical miles DME, and we are 15 and a half. But yeah, we're getting there.
Aircrew 3 Roman Tango, holding point 27.
Aircrew 3 Romeo Tango, clear takeoff to 7, wind to 160 degrees 8 knots.
I'm gonna accelerate a little bit the descent.
Wizz Air 1234, Athens.
Wizz Air 1234 is to Houston.
Hello,
Okay, we're
Wizz
getting
Air
back to the
identified,
DME
fly
arc.
direct Varix, the arrival
Yeah,
into
this doesn't
Athens
look
is
like an arc
Varix,
at all.
1 whiskey, runway 21 left.
Flying direct Varix,
Almost
arrival will
at
be
17,
Varix 1,
and then we're gonna start
runway
turning
21
very
left.
slowly to the right. Yeah, again, this is not how you do a DME arc, but yeah, it's kind of a solution. You can just adjust your
Aircraft
heading
75 Quebec Yankee, climb flight level
to the right or to
360.
the... Okay, let's
Expect
start
light
turning a little
moderate
bit.
turbulence, passing level 320 up to flight level 360.
Flight level 360 and copy.
Now
the
slow down a
information
bit as
from
well.
the-
Keep turning.
DC201, Charlie Golf on the ground at road, stand 3 with Echo, ready to push and start,
Let's
please.
turn quite a lot.
AC31 Charlie Golf, push and start approved, facing east to QNH 1007.
Push and start to the
Okay.
east, QNH 1007, EC31 Charlie Golf.
November 233 Charlie Lima, via Xanad, cleared via Yankee runway 29 right.
Exxon and Killer VR Yankee 29 right, November 233 Charlie Lima. Okay. So we're gonna get inbound. Radial 244.
Victor Alpha,
At
advisory,
Sanad, we
building
need to
Lake
get in
Solar.
another DME arc at 12 miles from the VR this time.
Papa, Virginia.
And then final course will be 287. Yeah, we're doing it a little bit randomly, but
200.
it's good enough, let's say. It's good enough to have a reference. So let me keep open the arrival
Olympic
because we need to
667,
be
we are
at
going to clear RMP 27.
distant 12 miles before switching to the arrival.
RMP 27, 67.
Aircraft 12, descent flight level
Okay,
80.
4,000 feet. Slow down the plane, so it's gonna help us. Yeah, also the wind you have to consider. We're doing okay.
Hello, identified.
We're not doing great, but we're doing okay.
300.
Okay.
GN1 second, readability is 2.
There is someone on ground. Okay, we know we don't care, there is a controller. Okay, 4,000.
Yeah, already did. Take some time in order to get notification.
Okay, we are re-entering the DMER. Look at our DMER.
Echo 3 Romeo Tango identified, climb via seat, flight level 180.
Climb via seat.
It's not terrible, it's not that bad, come on. It's bad, but not that bad.
Very good evening.
So this is the position of our VFR, I mean the direction of our, not VFR, of our VR from us.
Fly direct to Tango Romeo Lima.
And when this arrow is gonna get this one, will mean that we're gonna get to the radial we want to intercept. Yeah, there is also the wind pushing away a little bit.
Crete 3 Romeo Tango, fly direct Athens VOR, Alpha Tango Victor, climb flight.
I'm gonna go visual at some point, of course.
Direct Alpha Tango Victor, climb 320, Crete 3 Romeo Tango.
Okay. I'm pretty silent because this is
Alpha Victor 542.
it's kind of a difficult approach to shoot. Yeah, luckily we are over the sea because in some mountain area, I mean, be precise on the DME arc, it's kind of needed. But this is the first time I don't have the GPS track. It's pretty strange.
Crete 12, descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 10006, info is Delta.
Okay, we are almost there, about to intercept. Okay, speed check, flaps 1. Okay, flaps 1 set. Speed.
Atenada, hello, Agent 5 Alpha, Flight 360 direct, Romeo Delta Sierra.
Hello, Agent 5
Okay,
Alpha,
enough.
Hassan side.
Let's go. Now at 12 miles, we're gonna switch to the arrival. So at 12 miles, we need to, yeah, even a little bit before, of course. We need to do a DME arc of 12 miles until radial 287. It's a left turn. Okay. Intercepting this one, so it's 16.7 now. Landing lights are on. Let me see this. Okay, this was more DME squared than arc. But yeah, whatever. It's okay. Yeah, shooting at the DME arc manually in the alone in the longitude with the speed you have here is not easy at all. So now I'm gonna start turning at 14 miles. Okay. I don't know why they do this kind of little offset and then they bring you in the final with this procedure. Okay. 14.7. Again at 2 and 14 miles we're gonna start turning left to try to get that 12 DME arc, 12 miles DME arc. So right now, let's go left. Okay. Next course will be, and our final course will be 287.
Repeat 12, we are going for clear RMP runway 27.
Yeah, we are clear to the approach. So at left course, so when we turn on final, we can descend 2,200. Go around altitude is 3,000. No, it's 4,000.
Foxera Kilo Yankee Delta, descent altitude 8,000 feet, QNH
Okay, oops.
in Preveza is 1002.
Descent 8,000 feet, QNH 1002, Foxtrot, Yankee Delta.
Okay. Well, you need to be super focused to do this.
Shack 762 at Samos, radio check.
Final descent will be at 5 miles.
762, Athens, hello, is WD5.
Shack 762 at Samos with aircraft type of station Boeing 737 requesting clearance to Athens side.
Hello, I will call you back again.
It's kind of that. This is the procedure.
Contact office approach 132.975. Bye-bye.
Of course, not so precise, but yeah, more better than nothing, let's say.
Yes. Senex 762, clear Tafton, runway 09, departure Larky 3 Bravo, climb via seed 6000, squawk 6735.
Okay.
Clear to Athens,
Speed check, flaps true.
Departure, climb 6000 and
alright, and slow down.
Senex 762, read that. Foxera Kilo Yankee Delta Airport at your 10 o'clock, 20 miles, report inside, and report if you also have ground contact.
Ground contact, Wilco.
Okay.
Foxtrot Yankee Delta.
Gonna turn a little
Yankee
north.
Delta, this is initially altitude 6000.
Descent altitude 6000, Fox Yankee Delta.
We expect to descend around 650, 700 feet per minute on the final descent, 5 miles from the runway.
Holding point 24, report ready.
But now on the turn we're gonna descend.
Holding point 24, we'll
well.
call you back when ready. Easy 31 Charlie Golf.
Okay, let's go. Adding. Let's intercept the final. There we go. Nav. Armed. Let's go. Adding sync. Vertical speed. Go down. Alright.
Olympic 667, the wind 210 degrees 8 knots. Runway 27, clear to land.
Wow, what a place by the way. I see the runway.
Asia 908, contact Nicosia radar 124.2.
At 5 miles we need to descend with an altitude of, with a vertical speed of 650. I'm sorry if I'm saying it 20 times, but yeah, it's just to me to have it clear.
November 233, Charlie Lima, wind Hanya 240 degrees, 9 knots, runway 29 right, clear to land.
Here to land, November 233 Charlie Lima.
Athena radar, good evening, Connie
Oh, it
041
was,
with you.
yeah, definitely better the second DME arc. This one was a DME square. This is a way more similar to a DME arc.
Continue climb at level 320, Connie 041.
Okay. 10 miles still. We expect 6 knots of crosswind, 5 knots of headwind.
Startup is approved, QNH 1006,
VOR.
Held inside Foxtrot Yankee Delta.
Okay, Yankee Delta clears approach runway 24, descent traffic circuit altitude QNH 1003 now.
Roger, descent extra altitude, clear position.
Oh, this was very interesting flight, by the way.
Foxtrot Yankee Delta.
Very interesting flight.
Connie 041, weather permitting.
Okay, level off. Now we should wait at 5 miles. In the meantime, flaps full. Yeah, I know. And speed check. Gear down.
EV31 Charlie Golf, wind 200 degrees, 6 knots, runway 24, clear takeoff.
Alright.
Good take off, runway 24, easy 31 Charlie Golf.
Okay, and now we want to
got the update, wind shear is reported.
Want to slow down a bit.
Between 120 and 250.
140, we're gonna need to be at 125 before starting the final descent. Can I turn on? Okay, taxi lights on. Great. So the runway is this one, not that one, of course. Wow, what an approach. Very cool. Yeah, second DME arc was way better. In the first one we were completely... Well, we were too far. Okay, well, it's fine. I mean, it was like years that I didn't have to do a DME arc manually. 6, okay, 1 miles to go. Approach speed 124. We are already, I mean, we do have a good visibility of the runway, so no go around for visibility is expected.
Foxera Kilo Yankee Delta, wind is calm, runway 24, clear to land.
Runway 24, clear to land, Fox Yankee Delta.
We still have a lot of wind. Wow, what a place, by the way. Yeah, unfortunately we had to focus on the approach today and not enjoying the area so much, but oh wow, I have to descend on top of that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start descending a little bit faster because... Ah, yeah, sure. No, that was another error. Okay, let's go down. A little bit faster now. On the minima, which is 130. We're gonna be autopilot first. What was that?
Sorry, Sonic 762 radar request push and start. Sonic 762 push and start approved facing.
Okay, let's check outside. This place. Auto throttle off. Autopilot off. Let's go visual. Flight director off. Which I don't know how to do it in the... Okay, I'm gonna switch everything off.
Control 32 Romeo, taxi via Delta, cross runway 3.
They're a bit low in my opinion. Let's add a bit of power. Wow, still stronger. Wind, okay. No, we're not low at all. No, we're not low at all.
Easy 31 Charlie Golf identified, climb via seat flight level 180.
Continue.
Climb via SID 180, easy 31 Charlie Golf.
Okay.
Alpine 4153, descent flight level 170, rate 1000 or greater.
Descent flight level 170, can you repeat for the rate?
Okay, in case they go around 4000, we have...
4153, course rate of descent 1000 feet per minute or greater.
1000 feet, 1800 feet per minute or greater, Alpine 4153.
We are visual, of course, now.
Alpine 4153, negative, rate of descent 1000 or greater.
1000 or greater, sorry, Alpine 4153.
Levick 667, make left turn on
Disregard.
Tiger stand is number 8. Bye-bye. Left on Delta.
I don't know what that happened, but disregard, of course.
Okay, 12, clear to land 27, the wind 210 degrees 8.
Clear to land runway 27, clear to land.
Emirates 3 Tango Kilo Heavy, fly direct Bellop.
Touchdown reverse.
Emirates 3 Tango Kilo Heavy, affirm the arrival is Bellop 1 Whiskey, runway 21 left.
Alright.
Telephone Whiskey arrive.
Yeah, the longitude on the touchdown is always super soft.
Fly direct Aquina.
Not soft, it's super light. It does make sense, I mean also you do have engine over the wings.
Golf, fly direct Aquina.
Oh, it was.
Direct to Aquina for EC3 on
Was
Charlie Golf.
pretty hard for an executive plane. Nothing crazy, of course, but not soft at all.
The radar
It's
login Ocean 4 uniform.
Wow, not easy at all. I mean,
5 with Echo, red copy.
it's fine if you want challenge. This airport here.
Call you back, break November 233 Charlie Lima, vacate right, Echo, Mike, stamp number 4 Alpha.
Echo Mike, stand 4 Alpha, November 233 Charlie Lima, thanks.
Ready for Nixon, running 3 Mike Alpha.
Running 3 Mike Alpha, descent flight level 170.
Okay, Echo, is this one to the right? Wow, what a flight, I mean.
Approach 132.975.
What a flight today. Full control, I mean, it's one of the very first, I mean, we did a long flight. More than 500 miles today. And, wow, I mean, full control and VOR arrival and VOR approach. I mean, DME arc arrival and VOR approach with another DME arc. Okay, Echo and Mike. What a day. Incredible. This is definitely probably...
Flight level 80.
How is the flight director in the... Am I blind or...
Ocean 4 uniform, latest wind is calm, which runway, which is the
I can't see today.
Ocean for uniform runway 34.
Ah, it's here. Yeah, I'm blind. Too stressed. Yeah, one of the best fly ever. I mean, we ever did today. Full control, VOR arrival, VOR approach. Wow. Again, incredible.
Ocean for uniform.
Ocean 4 uniform, read that correct. Break aircraft 12, taxi left onto Delta, stand to
That was very interesting, very challenging, for sure. Not easy at all again, especially the approach. But here we are, in the day in which we are giving our welcome to PS4 people. We had an incredible flight. So the stand is right here. Don't mind the default scenery. Yeah, indication here is not correct. I have the chart right below me. Stand is here. Okay. I'm gonna stop like this. Wow. We forgot the APU.
Delta India Mike India Sierra.
Taxi lights off.
India Mike India Sierra.
Taxi radar, Connect 762, request taxi. Connect 762, taxi the Alpha 2, buck truck line up, runway 09.
Wow.
Taxi report Alpha 2, enter back right now, runway 09, will call for the radar sign up.
Again 5522, fly direct Betex.
I'm really tired.
Corrected better.
Really tired. Really challenging flight today. I mean, having to talk about all the sim, keeping listening the controller all the time. Yeah, pretty stressful.
Hello, November 2 to November, flight level 380, request descent.
But very cool. I mean,
November 282 November, identified descent flight.
This is one of those flights when you finish them, it's really satisfying. Okay, APU is available. Engine off.
Descent 120, expect IS Yankee for 24, November 2 to November.
Just to confirm it, VOR Yankee.
VOR Yankee, confirm.
TG31 Charlie Golf, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340 is D31 Charlie Golf.
TG5522.
This is it for today. Again, incredible flight. I really enjoyed it. Again, full control from the clearance to the taxi, to the stand, into the arrival. Completely under control today. Let's see if everything is still... No. Now they are not online, but we did all this stuff. Oops. We did all this under control. Included this tremendous approach. This should have been a DME arc, but yeah, something strange happened. Okay, we are a little bit upset. This is another DME arc. So it's an arrival plus approach with two DME arc to follow. Pretty challenging if you want to see how it should have done. I mean, should have been done. This is the path. So we did good from here basically. Yeah, here let's say, and all this part was good. The initial DME arc wasn't. I mean, was quite bad. But yeah, whatever. We don't really care. Well, I guess now the Longitude is the first plane? No, okay. Yeah, it's almost there. Considering these are planes that did long goal, it's right there on the edge. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. Again, if you go back into the live stream during cruise, I talk through how to approach the simulation, the flight simulator after you start getting bored about flying around your areas and flying around to spot very famous places in the world. So I covered how to start VFR flight, which plane you can use, default plane I mean, and then how to switch to IFR flights, what you need to learn first, which plane you can use, and then what you, and then to finish your kind of simulation training into complete IFR flights with liner and everything else. And I suggest you the most useful, no, the most not useful, the most I'm so tired. The most with the most fidelity plane you have in the sim. Let's call them like this. There is not really a liner with extremely high quality, unfortunately, but some are better than others. Let's say. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you like, subscribe, and yeah, see you next. Probably in something way easier than today. Okay, I wish you a nice evening.
Again, 5522, proceed direct Kilo Romeo 602, descent